this is Shira, and today we are looking at the Pisces new moon of March 2nd, 2022. So, first off, we have the moon, of course, with the sun at 12 degrees Pisces. And the beauty of this chart is that both the sun and the moon, and eventually later on this year, but for now, the sun, the moon, Jupiter are applying a conjunction to beautiful, dreamy Neptune. Now, Jupiter, as mentioned, will not make the conjunction until the spring. However, for now, the sun and moon are not on this day conjoining the Neptune by the aspect, but by sign. Nonetheless, it lends for some very positive energy, especially with Jupiter involved. So this new moon in particular is going to be, yes, a very positive one because we have Jupiter connected with this new moon. And anytime you have Jupiter connected with anything, especially in a conjunction, as in this case, you will find or you will feel very fortunate, or this sense of positivity and luck that is coming your way, depending on where you will have this conjunction in your natal birth chart. For example, if you have the sun, moon, and Jupiter new moon in your second house of finance, oh my goodness, boy, you're going to feel like you've got luck coming your way with money and anything to do with second house. You may find or become lucky finding a valuable that may have gone unnoticed. Maybe you might be doing some shopping at garage sales and wow, you got so lucky, and it helps you or is some kind of luck for you financially. Or you may find with the second house connection that you find that your money is growing and your bank balance is a surplus right now. So that's one example. And of course, wherever you have this conjunction, as aforementioned, whatever house, you are going to find a wealth of prosperity, luck, and enthusiasm towards that area of your life. So this is extremely positive. But for all of us in general, we will feel like, yes, as I mentioned, that there is a certain amount of luck on our side. We're feeling rather positive, but let's look at the sign involved, which is Pisces. And Pisces is ruler of the 12th house. And the 12th house is about healing, and healing not just on the conventional medical way, but it's about healing internally, psychically, energetically, and healing from within and feeling a sense of healing in our lives in general. So there is a coming together now and a lot of empathy and sympathy for those closest to us. It's a very kind-hearted, very compassionate new moon in Pisces. So don't be surprised if some of those relations that you have had some issues with as of late become, there's that word again, healed now. And there is going to be some positive, very positive, because we're talking Jupiter here with the new moon and that fresh new energy. There's going to be a positive start or some kind of positive news connected with what Pisces is connected with. And again, that's the 12th house. So medicine, various forms of healing. And when I say that, it's not just conventional, metaphysical, alternative medicines, cures, possibly. And what else does the 12th house rule? But yes, secrets. So there could be a positive, or maybe not such a positive secret that becomes well known around just before or just after this blessed full moon. And then once the sun and the moon approach a conjunction with beautiful, mysterious Neptune, wow, then we're going to feel like there's a little bit of a haze in our lives, a little bit of confusion, not really sure which way to go. We may have some choices we have to make, and we also will feel kind of spiritually inspired right now. So this is going to be just days after the new moon, once the sun and the moon conjoin Neptune. Kind of a dreamy atmosphere in our lives, that things are kind of working out, but we may not know exactly what direction we are headed, but we just know there's some kind of unknown energy around us that's kind of helping us to make decisions in our life. And again, this is pertaining to whichever house you have this new moon, and then eventually the conjunction with Neptune. So we also have Neptune, as of yet, making a sextile to the Venus, Mars, now adding Pluto conjunction. And what are sextiles? It's about earth and water, fire and air. And in this case, we have Neptune making a sextile with this stellium in Capricorn, and that's very grounding. So what does Capricorn rule? Capricorn is about our ambitions, goals, aims. Capricorn takes life seriously. Capricorn is ambitious. It's about saving for a rainy day. It's about growing our money. It's about rules and regulations. It's about government, and it's about authorities. And this is where we will find our grounding. So many of us right now, with this wonderful Neptune sextile with the Capricorn trio, Venus, Mars, and Pluto, we are going to have a sense of ambition and not going overboard, but being rather sensible about what we want. Again, we're talking about the sextile here. And this is wonderful. It's not enough that we will be very kind of spiritually inspired, if you will, by this beautiful stellium in Pisces, but then you add the grounding and the sensibility of this Capricorn trio. And then days later, the sun and the moon will then sextile Venus, Mars, and Pluto. So you and all of us are just going to have this sense of not only inspiration from the Neptune sector with the Pisces new moon, but you've got this intense focus and grounding, sensibility about anything that we have in mind that we want to accomplish. And with Pluto there, and of course Mars exalted with Venus, we will have a very intense Pluto desire to create and to succeed. It's like we will find our goals and aims, and we are going to hang on to them, and we are going to focus. And with Mars providing the energy and Pluto the passion and intensity, this is a very determined, very intense, focused time on our ambitions. And you can guarantee with that beautiful sextile now, we will accomplish exactly what we are setting out to do with forever. Now we've got Saturn in Aquarius with Mercury, nearly exact within about roughly a degree. So what is Aquarius? Aquarius is about humanity. It is about technology. It is about genius. And Aquarius is very detached, kind of calculating, unemotional, cuts out the drama. So with Mercury in Aquarius, Aquarius is also about the collective. So collectively right now, there's going to be talk of the future. Aquarius, with Saturn there, we're taking this very seriously. It could be about space travel and science, technology. Right now, this is all very highlighted. And with the Pisces sense of inspiration and wonder, we are really going to be in a state of very forward-looking thought, which is very, very positive under this new moon. Now, the North Node and the South Node, respectively, now are in Taurus and Scorpio, and keep in mind that the nodes are very sensitive points, and with Taurus and Scorpio we're talking 8th house, and we are talking the 2nd house, kind of highlighting the theme of power and money. And this is what we will have to kind of make sure that we don't get carried away with right now, is that sense of competition and ruthlessness with the Scorpio influence, and with Taurus to do what we have to do in order to compete and to get ahead, because that's going to be a theme in a positive manner during this full moon. But with the South Node and the North Node, we will just have to pull back on some of those ambitions, not to become so focused, so ambitious that we could be, well, cruel. So if we can balance those nodes, all the better. We still have Uranus now at 11 degrees of Taurus, and so therefore with Taurus, with Uranus, the connection is still with our Earth. So we may find there are still some natural disasters or concerns connected with the Earth that we will have to contend with. Other than that, we've got a great, happy, inspirational, or I should say inspirational new moon. Very inspired, full of spirituality, artistry, beauty, and positivity. And certainly, if we continue that thought and theme of looking to the future and grounding our goals and aims and ambitions, this particular new moon of many will be very memorable indeed. If you'd like to get in touch with me, my contact information is down below. I give one-on-one readings and written reports. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification. Until next time, many, many blessings.